Cybertron, our home. For generations, it has been a peaceful world. Our tribe will never sacrifice.
Bring this world to order!
One shall stand.
Hello Transformers fans, I'm your host Frosty Coffee. But for those of you who used to know me, I was also known as RoboGamer1HD or RoboGamer1 back in the past. I still have my accounts today on PlayStation 3, and actually just due to nostalgia, I decided that I wanted to boot up my PlayStation 3 for the first time in probably a decade. And it was surreal just being able to boot up my PlayStation 3, see all of the old messages and DMs that are on the PlayStation 3 that many of you have probably messaged me. And just, of course, just experiencing the PlayStation 3 again and booting up all the games. Like, give me 1 second here. I actually have, give me 1 sec, all of the old games right here. I had them just sitting around. Well, I have them kind of slotted in my entertainment system, but I have like all of the old games here in my hand. Like I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but I have, oh, maybe right here, I have all of the old games. I have in the back there Transformers Dark of the Moon, I have Revenge of the Fallen, Transformers War for Cybertron, and Transformers Fall of Cybertron all here in my hand. And I even have the PC version of Revenge of the Fallen in my desk here. So honestly, guys, I am a big fan of the Transformers franchise. I have collected the toys over the years, and I mean, now that I'm all grown up, I've actually given them off to like my nieces and nephews and whatever, and family and stuff like that, or given them away to somebody else. But of course, I probably would still collect the newer models, like Flame Toys, for example. I'd probably collect those maybe down the line. But right now, of course, saving because I just got a brand new RTX 3090 soft flex there. I know. But anyway, besides that, guys, there's this game series for me has been so surreal. I remember the first time I got onto Transformers War for Cybertron as a young kid, and the first thing that I did was try to go and jump into the multiplayer. If I were to try and log into the multiplayer now, these servers are offline. This is about 1 year later after the servers had gone offline for Transformers War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron, Dark of the Moon, Rise of the Dark Spark, and Transformers Devastation. Now, while not all of those games are multiplayer, most of them are, or have a multiplayer concept to them to some extent. Now, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen was made by a completely different studio, mind you, but most of these games are made by High Moon Studios. And those are the games that I love the most. The first in the series was Transformers War for Cybertron. And for me personally, it has been so nostalgic. I think back in 2020, when I heard the servers were going offline, the first thing that I thought of was jumping back onto the game and seeing if I personally could jump on the servers. And unfortunately, I was too late. And that really saddened me. I had been playing other games for years, and I have been playing games like Final Fantasy XIV, which have honestly absolutely consumed my life, just raiding and playing that game. I've been playing it since 2013, and Transformers War for Cybertron came out in 2010. So it's been kind of back and forth with me playing not only Final Fantasy XIV, but also Transformers. And one of the games that I keep coming back to, and it doesn't matter how old it is Transformers War for Cybertron. For me, I love Transformers War for Cybertron. Now, I'm currently playing the PC version of the game, and you will see right here that Transformers War for Cybertron looks a little different. That's only because I'm kind of using like an improved version of the game. And right now, the game is, I think I have it at the right frames per second. Give me a sec here. I have a little tool here that allows me to kind of play with the frames per second. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but hopefully it plays at a decent speed. Anyway, I'm on the PC version, a little bit improved. It gets rid of that darkish filter that's on the game, where it like makes that filter. Now it looks kind of bad in a way without the filter, but it also improves the saturation to the actual colors of the Transformers and stuff like that. So I'm going to jump into the game. I want you guys to experience the game with me once again. I know it's a bit of a long intro here to starting the game, but for Transformers War for Cybertron, it has been so nostalgic for me, and I know for many of you as well. When I started my channel RoboGamer1HD back in the day, I did not do the campaign, or at least I did not show it off. I did many other things like multiplayer gameplays and stuff like that. And of course, many of you may know me for the glitches that I found within the game on the multiplayer side of things. Now, while that ruined the game to some extent, a little kid like me back in the day probably didn't really figure that out back then. But regardless, we're going to be jumping back into Transformers War for Cybertron. And I'm going to just like nostalgically talk about things of the past and go through stories of my experience and what I love about Transformers, and my series of being on the Transformers War for Cybertron series with playing High Moon Studios games. So let's jump on into this wonderful game and let's experience it together with the 10th anniversary for Transformers War for Cybertron.
Civil war has ravaged Cybertron, homeworld to the Transformers for millions of years. Megatron, leader of the Decepticons, recently discovered an ancient power that will give him the edge to win over the hated Autobots. Called Dark Energon, this power remains locked away in an orbital station under the protection of a Sky Commander named Starscream.
Hold your course! Starscream wouldn't fight with such desperation if the legends weren't true!
Lord Megatron, you're certain it's here?
I am certain, Barricade. And when I find it, the balance of this war with the Autobots will finally tip in my favor. Lord Megatron, stabilizers are failing! Maintain your heading, Brawl. Do not falter.
Sublight engines are offline. Shields at 15%.
Reroute all power to forward guns and thrusters. Full speed ahead.
But sir, that's suicide!
Any further objections? Ram this warship straight into the heart of that station!
We're lucky to have survived that, Megatron.
The strong survive. The weak perish.
Oh,
Lord Megatron, the ship's reactor core is failing. Explosion imminent.
Move, Decepticons. Double time.
The core's about to detonate.
Go, go, go!
all right, guys. I think probably one of the craziest cool things that when I was first playing the game was just seeing that opening cutscene of Megatron just like getting angry at that Decepticon, saying like, we're gonna crash, and I think I laughed so hard watching him just blow up that Decepticon for the first time. It was just way too funny. And I just absolutely loved it. The sinister, evil Megatron just blowing up his own Decepticon for no good reason. It was just too funny. It's comical, but it's great.
I am Starscream, and I have protected my station for over 1,000 years.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons. This space station is Decepticon property. Surrender immediately.
Whoever you are, you've traveled a long way just to meet your doom.
Oh no. This is basically like the tutorial mode of the game. You first starting out, getting into the game, blowing up these turrets, and it was quite fun. Just jumping into this campaign. Wow, a lot of the graphics are just not loading in right now. And that's probably one of the biggest things that Transformers War for Cybertron had, was the lack of FOV, or the graphics not loading up very quickly, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. And that's where the filtering kind of helps out. I think I did play as Megatron for the very first time when I started this game, or at least in the campaign, and it was just so much fun just being Megatron and destroying this place to smithereens. It felt so empowering being Megatron for the first time, and like having his what do you call it, cannon blaster or whatever. So many of these names have escaped me over the years, or on the fly anyway. I just don't remember them. And just using his blast cannon was so much fun. It felt so devastating. Oh, and his tank cannons too. That was probably a pretty awesome part of it too.
Those fools mean to catch us in an ambush at the
I think I don't know. There's so many times. I think I played co-op actually. I think co-op was the very first thing I did, because the player interaction of playing with co-op, playing with other people, was so much fun. Like, you playing alongside other people in the story mode was just too fun to me. The interaction alongside other people and experiencing the story together. Now, while it kind of sucks to an extent of like some people like skipping the cutscenes, that's where it kind of sucked in. And I think that's at one time where I decided to go back and play solo. But I think when I first started this game up, or at some point during the campaign, I did play the campaign on co-op, and it was so enjoyable.
Transmit your coordinates, Soundwave, and I want everything ready upon my arrival.
I think I died to this. So when I first saw these, I died, I think a couple times at least, just trying to get past these for no good reason, and I don't know why. But back then, being younger, I mean, I wasn't very good at games as much, and yeah. Or at least these kind of games anyway.
This is almost too easy.
I don't think I used that the first time around. I didn't use the bomb and drop it on these bots here. There's so many things untextured in this game right now, it's kind of sad. I'm not sure what it is from from PC to PlayStation. Maybe it was just the community or my experience on PlayStation, but regardless of the frames per second cap that was on the PlayStation 3 version and Xbox 360 version, I just enjoyed the PlayStation 3 version a lot more for some reason. Maybe that's just because I wasn't sitting at a desk and playing the game, but playing on my couch and just experiencing the game. Oh, there's a shield up there. I completely forgot about that.
Shoot me now, suckers!
And the small comments that each Autobot or Decepticon make is so funny and awesome. It's comical, but it's great.
I thought you'd be scrap metal by now. Your survival intrigues me.
I shall not be denied, Starscream. Surrender your Dark Energon program to me immediately!
Dark Energon? Are you mad? Dark Energon brings only death and chaos.
I am counting. Megatron.
I'm counting on it. I love hearing Megatron. Everything about this game is a childhood dream. The very first thing that actually got me into Transformers was probably when I was about I want to say about 5 years old, and I had to have been in grade 1 or something like that. And I don't know why I remember this, but I remember one of my good friends, Tristan, and he had this Transformers toy in his hand, and it was actually Optimus Prime, and he had this Optimus Prime in his hand, and
That's a pretty long drop.
it was such a cool looking toy to me back then. And I absolutely loved it. Like, it was fascinating to me. And I was like, what is that toy or something like that? And I think he told me what it was, but he called it a Transformer or something like that. I don't even think he knew what he had in his hands back then. But it was a G1 Optimus Prime, and he looked so cool back then. Now, while I didn't really collect any of the toys back then or get any of the toys, I think back then I was more into games like Mario and Luigi and stuff like that. But Transformers had always stuck in my mind, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. When I first went across that bridge there, I actually didn't make it. Like, I wanted to get that cube, and I had no idea how to get across, but I just fell down when I first got down.
Intruders are here! Call in reinforcements! Decepticons, mount those turrets! We'll cut them down!
This is probably one of the coolest parts of the game.
Let's see
Getting
what
on a
I can do
turret
from
and
in
just
here.
shooting up Autobots. I didn't even think these bots had a faction back then. Like, I don't see any Autobot symbols on any of these bots. I think they were just guards. Now, for those of you who are wondering, and you probably already guessed, I am playing on a controller. Just because of not only the nostalgia, but also because I'm so used to playing Transformers War for Cybertron on a controller. Oh, I didn't take it out. Let's get this guy off. How did I do it? Circle? Yes, circle was it. Circle is to get the turret. And when I first mounted the turrets, I had no clue. Originally, I think I played this twice before I actually figured out how to take the turret with me, or at least partway through the game. And just experiencing the game with this turret and trying to bring it with me. The thing that sucks is at this point, it's very difficult to try and get back up with the turret. So, and I'm not even sure if you can. I think you could, but I'm not gonna do that. Oh, there we go. I'm surprised I'm able to dodge those. I kind of feel like they could have made that a little bit more difficult. One day, though, I do wish that a company does come out and remasters Transformers War for Cybertron, regardless of how old it is, and they just remaster all of the graphics for like a PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Personally, I believe that they probably could do it. And now, I know it's not High Moon Studios, but maybe High Moon Studios at one point will come back with their studio and they're not like under the chain of Activision, and they manage to, you know, remaster the game. That's one day I hope for.
I have unlocked your lift controls. Your command center awaits at the top.
But one thing I'm hoping for the most is that if someone does remaster the game, that they decide to bring back multiplayer.
Not here to fight.
That makes one of us. Speak your piece, quickly.
I've seen the horrors of what Dark Energon can do, Megatron. It is not to be trifled with. Its power is too unstable. To use it would mean disaster.
You cannot frighten me, Jetfire. I will use Dark Energon as I please.
You are a short-sighted fool. You'll kill us all!
You say that as if it were a bad thing.
I hope this Dark Energon stuff is worth it, Megatron.
Oh my gosh, look how untextured that ship is. Oh, they shot it down too. I don't remember that. Huh.
Soundwave, report.
We have taken control of this portion of the station and established your base of operations. Scans indicate that Starscream has locked down all logical routes to the Dark Energon reactor.
And we're fresh out of Star Cruisers to tunnel our way.
Quiet. There must be another access point. We have to reach the station's next pod.
Megatron, I have located a nearby data metric center to reveal any alternate means of entry to the next pod. Advanced teams have already been set to clear your path.
I was super excited to see Soundwave for the first time, and it still was. Like, seeing Soundwave in all of his glory and seeing him what he looks like is pretty sweet.
Hey, I can stock up on these.
Like, Soundwave's design in Transformers War for Cybertron, oh, it's so good. Like, honestly, Transformers War for Cybertron is an art. It's like perfection almost in terms of character design. That's just how grand it is. I think I'm gonna switch to no. I don't need that.
These soldiers look pretty banged up.
Unacceptable. They should be victorious or dead.
They're putting up a good fight, all right.
Then put up a better fight.
Megatron's quick quirts and stuff like that.
Be aware that you face overwhelming odds against Starscream's soldiers. It is statistically unlikely that your advanced teams can defeat all of them. I shall await your word that you have reached the data matrix center.
I probably should have played as Megatron in this. We'll play Megatron later on.
Decepticon warrior.
Oh. My controller has a mind of its own right now. Oh wow, there's Cybertron. It's been a while. It's definitely been a while since I played this game. Oh, I hate when that happens. I hated these shields so much. Ah, darn. You put the shield back up. Oh, this was the best part. Oh, if only I had the shockwave ability. Charging those guys with the shockwave ability is the best part.
These cubes seem terribly outdated.
This entire station was created over 10,000 years ago. Much of its technology is antiquated and inefficient. I look forward to updating it.
Whoa, where are you taking me? Where are you taking me? That was crazy. I don't know where I was going. See, as you can see, one of the many glitches that are in this game is transformation type of glitches.
Soundwave, we've located the holomap. I'm sending the data to you now.
Megatron, you may have gotten this far, but you'll never get your hands on the Dark Energon.
Starscream, this acrimony is needless. I know who you once were, Sky Commander, and that you were betrayed. With Dark Energon, I shall return Cybertron to its former glory, and you to yours, if you agree to serve me.
You're a fool! No one can control Dark Energon!
I hate how blurry some of the textures are sometimes. Like, there's a lot of things in this game right now that are super blurred. Probably something I just need to reset the game with, but we'll do that later. Oh, am I actually gonna die? Oh, there we go. Now the screens are all easy to see. It's only sometimes that the game decides to go blurry when it's trying to load a new zone.
Megatron, there's a route to the manufacturing plant nearby. That star screen has not yet blocked. Transmitting coordinates.
Excellent! Decepticons, lock this room down and await our return.
Uh-oh. Wait, why are we turned around? Oh, shoot. Oh, I'm surprised that didn't hurt us. The shield was breaking too.
So, what exactly did they manufacture here?
Transport devices for dark energon. The ancients constructed special pods they could launch to any parts of Cybertron.
That was a bad move. Oh, ho, ho.
Megatron, according to my scans, the manufacturing plant is directly below your floor.
There's no exhaust coming from that vent! We could blast through to make an entrance!
Are you concerned at all driving into the belly of a furnace?
Aren't you concerned that I might tire of your pointless chatter?
Wait, where's... Oh, I didn't open up the... Hopefully the game doesn't break because of this. Oh gosh, that was close.
Those fans will split you in two. I can't use you if you're dead.
Oh, almost died. Oh no, I died. Oh, I just had to come on there. It just had to come on there.
Those fans will split you in two. I can't use you if you're dead.
Let's try and maneuver this a little bit more easier. There we go. Okay, this I definitely died to. I think I jumped on a piece, like the middle thing here, or something, and I slid off the one side of it, and accidentally slipped down and killed myself.
See you at the bottom.
Alright, what kind of grenades we got here? We're good. We're good.
Megatron, Starscream is alerted to your presence in the production facility.
I think there's a shield around here somewhere, unless I already missed it. Oh yeah, right here. Oh, no. It's just an Autobot symbol. Oh no, there is a shield here. Okay. So there's this secret little compartment here with the Autobot symbols. So if you get all the Autobot symbols... Uh-oh. Thought that was gonna break on me. If you get all the Autobot symbols, and
This place is pretty
you get a
active
trophy
to be thousands of years
for completing,
Soundwave
getting all those
reactivated
collectibles.
upon my orders.
They're all hidden somewhere.
I am very special. Snipers on the bridge, Megatron! Crush them!
Oh,
Offer you some ammunition!
don't mind if I get some cover myself. Oh, I didn't get him. There we go.
Point shooting down the
No, thank you. No, thank you.
We're talking.
That actually scared me the first time, seeing that blow up like that. There we go. Oh, I hated these things too. Like, honestly, there's probably so many times that I've died in this game, but this is definitely one of them. It took me at least maybe 3 tries, I think, when I first did this. And I didn't even think of the pattern. I just thought, I'm just going to drive right through. Like right now, that's like super sketchy. It's so difficult to get there properly. Or at least sometimes anyway.
Once I have enough Dark Energon online, I will use these canisters to transport it to Cybertron. The Autobot surprise will be total.
I should probably restart the game after this. It's a little bit, blurry at times with some of the textures.
Futile attempts to resist me. Dark Energon will be mine.
What makes you think you can control the Dark Energon when no one
Oh
else
gosh,
has ever
Megatron,
been
you're looking a little blurry
Only
there.
the strong are worthy of such a weapon barricade. I am the strongest. And do not question me again.
I actually thought he was going to pulverize him there. Honestly, though, like Megatron's determination when I first played this game, it was crazy. Like hearing Megatron's determination to get Dark Energon was like gasp. It's crazy seeing how determined he is. I hated when these guys transform. The Seekers are so annoying. Like right there, no hit target.
Where do we go now, Megatron?
The damage looks old. It's been this way for a good while. But no weapon I know of could have done this. I don't care what did it. Find a way across.
The hollow map indicates no damage to this area.
Yes, this is unexpected. The entire area lies in shambles.
Weapons ready!
Should have stayed out of my sight! Overheating!
We've got company. Oh, I almost fell. Ooh, what's in door number 1? What do we got here? The scatter blaster. Whoa! Oh, oh. Okay, Megatron, Mr. Teleport.
Flyer overhead! Overheating!
Oh wow, I got past that. I must say though, the resonation with G1 just was so awesome. From watching the cartoons back when I was a kid to just... Oh, is that his orbital beacon thing? I think it is. Just watching and seeing the G1 design to seeing the... I think the movie design is the first thing that I saw, and then I saw G1. Because with
Fascinating. According to this,
the previous G1 designs, like I was watching the movies in like 2000, what was it? 2007 was it, the first movie? And then I saw Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, and then I saw G1. And then they showed off G1 in Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. And that's probably what actually got me to watch G1. And then soon after, Transformers War for Cybertron came out. And that... Whoa, I'm gonna die, no! And when I saw Transformers Revenge of the Fallen with G1, that's what really set the tone for me to really get into Transformers. But then when I heard that Transformers War for Cybertron was coming out, it just came out of the blue. I think it was at GDC or something, or at an Xbox event, if I remember correctly. And with Transformers War for Cybertron, when it was announced, they showed off the multiplayer first. And that was the first thing that they showed. At least, I think that's what they showed off first. And it was just so cool seeing that. And then they showed off that they had a campaign. I'm just gonna defeat these guys real quick. Oh, hello. Where's Megatron and Brawl? Oh, they're all the way over there. What in the world? I'm all alone. Here I am trying to snipe this entire time.
This isn't getting any better!
Let me have my health! I think I'm gonna get out of here, because we don't want to deal with any more bots. Oh, you guys still want to play, huh? No, thank you. This was such a scary platform.
Splitting apart! Quickly, jump to the other side!
I think that's one of the coolest things, though, is seeing those platforms just split apart like that.
survive to reach this place.
You shall soon learn, Starscream. I decide what is possible and what isn't.
Gods! Hold him off while I destroy the last of the Dark Energon remnants!
This was crazy. It's like a war. I mean, it is a war, but it was so cool just seeing so many defend this outpost. Don't mind if I do.
Stop him! Time to initiate the sequence.
I cannot let Starscream succeed. Do you hear me? I won't allow it!
Now, earlier when I was saying that this game is absolute perfection, they nailed the characters. They nailed the voices. They nailed the people that they got to play every single role. And even for some of the characters that they got to reprise their roles from the G1 series, it's awesome. Oh, there's two of them. I forgot about that. Don't mind if I do.
You're too late. I have initiated the destruction sequence.
Oh my gosh, I should have not picked that up. How do you like me now? I love the shockwave ability. It has such a cool sound effects. And that is the end of the chapter.
You arrogant fool! No one has ever survived direct contact!
This was so interesting seeing all of his body parts flying around.
No, no one can control Dark Energon! It dominates and destroys everything it touches!
I am the Dominator. I am the Destroyer. I am Megatron!
This was such an empowering...
Decepticons, receive your birthright.
Such an empowering scene, seeing Megatron saying those words.
I shall deal with Starscream. In the presence of Megatron. Get out of my sight.
What are we doing here, Megatron? Or am I going to get electrocuted by going through here? I thought I was going to die. That's crazy.
Dark Energon is mine to command. Through my will alone shall Cybertron be restored.
It's too unstable, Megatron. Using that power, you're endangering our entire world.
Teach me, Megatron. Teach me to wield Dark Energon the way you do, and I will serve you.
And what could you possibly offer me that I cannot simply take?
The supply of Dark Energon aboard this station is nearly exhausted. I know how to manufacture more. There was once an Energon bridge that fed this station directly. I know how to reconnect it.
Traitor! Zeta Prime will hear about this!
Shall I send Thundercracker and Skywarp to retrieve him, Lord Megatron?
No. I want the Autobots' leader to know his doom approaches. Once we have this station online, nothing can stop me. Now go. Find this Energon bridge and reactivate it for your new master.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that ends our first chapter to Transformers War for Cybertron. I hope you guys all enjoyed the first chapter, and I can't wait to go along this series with each and every one of you guys. Now, I may not get a lot of views because it's an older game, and I may not see a lot of people, but honestly, just being able to interact with the Transformers fans, especially those who are very excited for Transformers Online, when it does get announced, when it does get released, whenever that may be, I'm just wanting to get this series in, and I want this series to be an awesome time for me to be able to reconnect with fans and just be able to connect with those who either are brand new to the series and we're not able to play the multiplayer, we're not able to even buy the game. Now, there's other ways that you can get the game, but it's kind of sketchy third-party ways of getting it and stuff like that. But of course, guys, I'm here to share it with each and every one of you guys. And for those of you who are not able to get the game while it was in retail, while it was digitally available, while it was online, it's all gone now, and it's really sad. It really is that all of the Transformers games by High Moon Studios is such a powerful and awesome Transformers series and storyline is kind of like sitting in the background and not able to be heard by of course Transformers fans, and it's not able to be placed out there. Matt Teager, the director of the games, he was a very passionate leader, and being able to share his version of the game with the Transformers community, I mean, this is right down to the roots of the Transformers War and all that kind of stuff. And it's a beautiful storyline. It really is, and it's so beautiful. And being able to share this, my experience from back then when the multiplayer was still live, when I was able to connect with Transformers fans through the multiplayer, it was such a beautiful time being able to play those games and connect with each and every one of you through fans when it was available back on PlayStation 3. I feel like the PlayStation 3 was one of the big places where fans could connect, where fans, where a lot of Transformers fans were, where the biggest community was on the PlayStation 3, I feel. Even though they were advertising for the Xbox, at least the demo and the beta for Transformers War for Cybertron when they were first announcing it. But we'll talk about that more, and we'll talk more about that throughout this series, about my experiences, and of course going all throughout playing not only the multiplayer and connecting with each and every one of you from the past and to the future now, but of course going through this amazing storyline with each and every one of you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the first episode to Transformers War for Cybertron, I hope you guys all enjoy. Of course, if you enjoyed, please slap that subscribe button, connect with me, and connect with me down the road in the future for many awesome action-packed games just like this, maybe from the past and future games to come like Transformers Online. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. Connect with me, and I would love to be able to connect with each and every one of you. All right, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode of Transformers War for Cybertron.
Tragic war has ravaged Cybertron.
It is a necessary war to return us to glory.